Shalom, my brothers and sisters. I'm the Crazy Rabbi. I want to welcome you to Mashiach Farms Ministries, to our YouTube channel. I want to thank you for tuning in. I just want to praise you for being here. Excuse me here. I got to get a drink. I want to glorify my sister in Kentucky. We have a sister in the Lord whose faith is more stronger than that of man. She chose, even under distress, thinking that she wasn't going to end up in jail, she still chose jail over violating God's law and God's command. I appreciate that woman dearly. She is a blessing, because that, my fellow brothers and sisters, shows true wisdom. You know, here a couple months ago, I had a dream. And in my dream, I was walking in this wheat field, and I was wondering in this dream about events that are about to happen. I was wondering what's going to happen, the future of this world, and you know, how is the judgment of God going to be? How is it going to look? And I could feel the breeze blowing on my face, and I could feel the the wheat kernels hitting me as I was walking through this wheat field. And I was walking through it, and I got up on top of this hill. It had kind of like a hill on it. It was like basically close to the center of the field, and I got to the top of the hill, and I started looking up in the heavens, and I was contemplating, and I was thinking to myself, and I was saying to myself, Lord, what are we looking at, Lord? When all of a sudden I watched as the heavens opened up. I mean, they literally opened up, and I watched and standing there in the heavens was a mighty angel of the Lord. His eyes was red. He had. You ever heard that saying that you could tell when somebody mad is, you know what, mad as all get out. You know, their eyes. I'm seeing red. You ever heard that saying? I'm seeing red. That person was seeing red because he's so mad. This angel looked like he was seeing red because he was so mad. And I could tell that he was an angel of judgment. And as I stood there and I watched this angel, and as I was contemplating, I was wondering, because he's beautiful. I watched it as he raised his hand up. And as he raised his hand up, a scale, one of those old type of scales, was in his hand, and he released it out of his hand, and it floated in midair. When he released in midair from one end of the heavens to the other end of the heavens, it went across. And as it went across, it started out, the scale was at level, and it went across the heavens. And it slowly started tilting, until finally it was tilted to one side completely to one side. And I looked back at the angel, and I heard him speak, and I heard the angel say that the judgment of man, that the judgment of God is upon man, and that man's sin is complete, that no longer will man fear God, no longer does man even want to fear God. So God's judgment will come to man. When he finished saying that, when I finished hearing that, I watched and I seen before him. I watched his two ancient scrolls. These were scrolls, ancient Jewish scrolls of the Old Testament, of the books, appear before him. And in the center of these scrolls appeared a silver platter with showbread on it, bread of mercy on it. And I watched this bread of mercy, it was fat. And it slowly, and it did the same thing. It slowly went across the heavens. As it slowly went across the heavens, every little bit it moved, another piece of bread flew. started coming down until it reached the other side. When it reached the other side, there was one piece of bread left. There was no, I mean, I'm talking, it was as high as my eyes could see. And there was one piece of bread left. And I heard this saying, and I heard the angel of the Lord, not the angel that I could see, but an angel of the Lord, I could hear a voice of the Lord saying that God's mercy is no longer with man anymore. It has ran out. And that his word shall be true. And then it disappeared. At that point, when it disappeared, I looked back and I no longer saw this angel. What I saw was two pillars made of pearls. These pillars were made of pearls. Beautiful. I mean, they were beautiful. I mean, they looked like something from the ancient Roman or Greek era. I mean, they were beautiful. I mean, I can't even describe how beautiful they were. I mean, they were shiny. I mean, beautiful. And, I mean, beauty beyond beauty is, and they slowly went across the heavens. As they went across the heavens, they stopped to the other side. They didn't disappear. They just stood there, and I took my eyes off of them, and I started wondering. I was like, well, what happened to the angel? I mean, I'm seeing all this judgment and stuff, and I was wondering, what happened to the angel? That's what I was wondering. I was looking back at where the angel was at, wondering what happened to this angel. When all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I saw this figure as bright as the sun, standing in between these pillars. And as I turned and looked, I realized at that point, as I focused upon him, that I was seeing my Lord. I was seeing Yeshua. But I noticed that there was something wrong. His eyes had rage in them. And I heard him, and he spoke. I heard him spoke. He said, because of man, my wrath will come upon this world soon. No longer will my Father contend with man's sin. His mercy is full. His patience is worn thin. Now my judgment is at hand. And at that point, he said other things which I'm not allowed to say. I'm just not allowed to say it right now. But at that point, I heard a loud shofar, a ram's horn, a loud shofar sound. I mean, it shook everything around me. Even the ground I was standing on was shaking. And I was contemplating this. And as I was contemplating this, I looked back up and I saw the Lord turn, and he began to walk. And as he walked away, I heard him say, O ye of the inhabitants of earth, prepare thyselves, for my wrath is at hand. Those that are saved shall see it. Those that are not saved shall be ignorant of it. But both shall feel it. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because my wrath is at hand. Then he disappeared. When he disappeared, after he said that, I woke up. But I was enjoying. I could feel the Spirit on me and stuff. I couldn't believe it. I was thanking the Lord, and I fell back to sleep. And I realized when I woke up, before I fell back to sleep, I praised the Lord. I told the Lord, thank you, Lord, for that. I didn't know. I knew what it stood for. I knew what it, the showbread was mercy. God was showing me that the two scrolls was his word, was his law. And that the plate in the middle with the showbread on it was his mercy. The scale, I'll tell you what the scale was. The scale was him weighing our guilt. From one end of heaven to the other end of heaven, he was letting us know how guilty we are. That our sins have reached from one end of heaven to the other end of heaven. It is so bad that he can no longer ignore it. The scrolls represent his judgment. What will happen? The showbread represented his mercy as it went and disappeared. So shall his mercy burst in upon us. The pillars represent the kingdom. That's seriously the kingdom. God, I know that's what it represents, the kingdom. The two pillars represent the kingdom. And Christ standing in there saying what he said represents many things. But it's neither here nor there. Judgment is coming, folks. Judgment is coming. What are you going to do about it? Are you ready? Because, like I said, when he walked away, he said, "Woe is the inhabitants of the earth, for judgment has come to them. Those who believe in me shall see it. Those who do not believe in me shall feel it. Shall not see it, I mean. But both shall feel it." Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. He kept repeating that. Those who believe in me shall see this judgment coming. Those who do not believe in me shall not. But both the righteous and the unrighteous shall feel it, shall receive it. You know, I've listened to people talk. I've had many different dreams. And I worry about my brothers and sisters. And what has happened in Kentucky with my sister will happen across the United States. She's not the first. And she won't be the last. Because by the time this super speak is over with, God has informed me that the election cycle will be suspended and that Obama will be here for another 4 more years. Because what people don't realize is this. Obama and Hillary Clinton, they're both in the same boat. But the problem is I don't believe Obama thinks that Hillary Clinton can do the job. They believe the same thing. They agree upon the same thing. They eat at the same. They both eat at the same crappy trough. They both worship the golden image. They both want to make it glorified. But the problem is, here's the problem, folks. They're both socialist communists. Now you're wondering what is a social communist? It's somebody that believes that he can do that his way is better than any way. Fidel Castro is a social communist. His brother is a social communist. Only a communist would deal with a communist country. And that's the truth. I don't believe that Obama thinks that Hillary Clinton has what it takes to be leader. I believe that this FBI criminal investigation that is happening in the emails of Hillary robbing Clinton is not an accident. There's only two ways that that's going to work out. Either it's going to come about to be revealed that she was innocent, which is going to draw millions to vote for her. That this, you see why they're going to clear her name to where millions are going to be like, well, she was telling the truth. She's going to say, I was telling the truth all along. See, and they just proved I was telling the truth. Or the opposite will happen. Probably wondering, what do you mean by the opposite? What I mean by the opposite is this. Or Barack Hussein Obama believes that she is just not up to the task, and that he's going to crush her. With his federal government in hand, he's going to crush her because he don't. At first, he thought that maybe she could do the job. Now he don't think that she's worthy of doing the job. He knows Biden ain't worthy of doing the job. That's why he told Biden to sit down and keep his mouth shut. Truth be known, Biden would already started running for president. Very few ex-vice presidents don't run. Not when their party, their party literally, Democratic Party literally believes that because Obama no longer can run, Hillary Clinton is the best choice. But what they don't realize is that Obama's going to step in and he's going to suspend the elections. Don't think the economy is going to keep ticking along because it's not. On September 14th, it's going to crash like it's never crashed before. And that I guarantee you. Whether it stays there, I don't know. But it's going to crash. But I do know this. I'm trying to give myself time to get my words together. I apologize. Obama does not, nor will he leave office. I don't think he will. I mean, why would he have done all what is it with Obama? Why would he do executive order after executive order after executive order? And every single one of all of his executive orders, main executive orders, especially these last 4 years, have been completely unconstitutional, negligent, criminal, but nobody has the goal to do anything. Senate don't have it. Why? I mean, the Republicans have the seat. Don't tell me they can't bring bring 10 senators and 10 congressmen, bring enough over to their side to impeach Obama. Because they can. They just can't. Because he has them by their nuts. Because as soon as they try to do that, he'll institute martial law. Right now, he don't want to institute martial law. He wants it to be. He knows that our society is heading towards an economic collapse by the time he leaves. He knows Hillary Clinton will not be a good president because, unlike him, she is not shrewd enough to hide her mistakes, let alone her beliefs like he can. Two things. Like I said, two things are going to happen. And those two things is going to create judgment. If Hillary takes office, we're screwed. If Obama refuses to leave office, we're even more screwed. Take care, my brothers and sisters. Really, take care. Because what is about to happen is not a good thing. That I will say. Take care. Take care. Be forewarned. Be forewarned that the judgment of God is coming upon us. That what I told you that dream revealed will happen. If Obama does leave, he's only leaving because he wants to be the president of the world. Nobody's never paid attention to his own book where he bluntly said that he had a spirit enter into him. I don't have a spirit enter into me. God forbid, brothers and sisters, change. Well, I love you, and, just prepare yourselves. Really, prepare yourselves. My dream is important, and it's up to you guys to choose whether you want to obey it or not, want to accept it or not. God bless you, brothers and sisters, and take care of yourself. I hope that everything works out for every one of you. And please keep our sister that's locked up in prayer. She's an encouragement to us to show that if she can do it, we can do it. That judge has no idea that she can serve the Lord in there. Praise be to Yahweh. In Yeshua HaMashiach's name, I thank you. See you, brothers and sisters, next time. Like I said, be forewarned. Bye.